Hey guys, welcome back to Grim Productions for somewhat of a negative and sad video. And today I'm going to be talking about why I don't think Barnyard Butcher nor Pumpkin Nester will be in stores for Spirit Halloween 2022. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this very sad video. So basically, for the longest time now, us fans have been wanting Barnyard Butcher and Pumpkin Nester to return in stores as in-store props for 2022, or for Spirit Halloween in general. And as we know, they've been bringing back props since 2020, and since that day that they brought back Uncle Charlie, we have wanted these two props to be brought back sometime. And most of us really thought that the year was going to be this year, and even though it hasn't been confirmed negative yet, signs are not looking too bright. Now, there's good news and there's bad news to this whole thing. I'll start with the good news first, I guess. Pumpkin Nester has been, rumored and I guess somewhat confirmed to return as an online only, though. And Barnyard Butcher, which is the bad news, has, I guess, been rumored to not return at all this year, which is just the most stupidest idea I have ever heard from Spirit, or ever, seen Spirit do in my life. They usually listen to the fans whenever they have returning props, but this year for some reason they just didn't. I don't understand why, because the whole purpose of these returning props is to, I guess, have fan service or whatever they call it, and get sales from us true fans who have been following Spirit since the very beginning. That's the main purpose of these returning props, to kind of favor the fans. And they're not doing that this year. They're still returning props, but not exactly ones that we were looking forward to. Now, like I said, they're bringing back Pumpkin Nester, but for some reason, they're not putting them in stores. I don't know if it's because they already have a pumpkin related prop, but if that's the case, then why do we have 3 clowns in the store, we already have, we have Punchy, little Lucky Bottoms, we have Nozzles, and then I guess Monty is somewhat of a clown or toy-ish kind of prop. So we have 4 clown related things, no, sorry, 5 actually, and yet we don't, they're not putting in 2 pumpkin related props or Barnyard Butcher. It doesn't make sense. And the thing that makes me the most angry is that they brought back Little Nester, but they made him worse in my opinion. I know we haven't seen him in person yet, but Little Nester, his whole thing is that he's on a swing, he's a little boy on a swing, and he's standing, doing something else. They completely changed the prop. They just used the same character, which is just pure laziness in my opinion. These are the props that they've been hating on the most, everyone's been hating on the most, and usually I would kind of give them a chance, but I kind of agree. These props, they're not that good. They're lazy ideas. And they brought back Little Nester in stores. This wouldn't be a problem if they had him as an online only, to kind of favor, or sorry, not Little Nester, Little Skelly Bones. If they had him in online only, then that wouldn't be a problem, to favor those fans of him. But the fact that they replaced Pumpkin Nester or Barnyard Butcher, which were 2 props that we wanted to see so badly in stores, and they put Little Skelly Bones out of all of them in stores, that is what makes me so mad, and I'm sure it makes a lot of other people mad too. And especially because we already had a Little Skelly Bones, I guess, kind of return, except just more simplified in the past, where it wasn't necessarily an animatronic. It was just a static version of him on a swing. It was in a little box. He wasn't a part of the themes. I'm sure I know what I'm talking about. The fact that he's been in stores for a good while now makes me even more upset. And it's just such a stupid idea. I hope they change it. I doubt they will, though. And I hope at least Pumpkin Nester, makes it to stores as a filler at least, or just online only. At least Barnyard Butcher be online only or something like that. I'm really scared for Barnyard Butcher. I don't think he's returning this year, guys, and that's just the most stupidest thing, because we wanted him more than Pumpkin Nester or any other prop, and the fact that they didn't do that is really, really weird, and just dumb in general. And this prop right here, this little thing right here, is what makes me so mad. It is young Crouchy. Now, the old Crouchy prop is amazing, fantastic, one of the most classic, iconic props of all time. He's going to be in the movie, I'm pretty sure, and he has a ton of merchandise coming out. The only reason they made this prop was to market off the movie and his character in the movie, I'm assuming. And the only reason he's in stores is to market off the movie. It is just pure laziness. I feel like the merchandise he had alone was enough. They should have brought back the old prop, but not as a display prop, as a filler. And even if they did bring this prop into stores, it should have been a filler. It should not have been a display prop, because right here you could have had, you know, so much anything else. You could have literally had anything else than this. I have a feeling they're gonna put Crypt Keeper as an online only this year, because they always seem to have like a couple licensed props as online only, like they did with like the Demogorgon and what was his name, like Twisty the Clown or something like that. They had them as an online only props, and I have a feeling they're gonna do Crypt Keeper as one. They literally could have put him or Little Skelly Bones as an online only and put Crypt Keeper in the theme, or, you know, Pumpkin Nester or Barnyard Butcher in the theme. I'm just really confused and mad and like annoyed by this, because these two props are like the most hated of the year. Nobody likes them. They're complete wastes. They just are super like lazily done kind of thing, and they don't look good either. They look bad, pretty bad. Young Crouchy is just, you know, pointless little Skelly Bones, even though I think his return is good because he's a popular prop. It shouldn't have been in stores. You know, they always put the most popular prop in stores, which in this case it would have been Barnyard Butcher, but I mean, I can see, because he is a little bit more gruesome than what they do nowadays, unfortunately. So I could see why they would have put him like online only. But Pumpkin Nester, like, he is probably one of the most family friendly props you can get from Spirit, honestly. He tells jokes. He's a pumpkin man. He has zero blood whatsoever. He says anything. He doesn't say anything like scary. He just tells jokes about, I guess, being a pumpkin or something. There's nothing wrong with him. They could have put him in stores. In my opinion, I think Little Skelly Bones is actually like a lot more, I guess, you know, not as kid friendly as Pumpkin Nester is. Even though he doesn't look scary, what he says is actually kind of like, I guess, not really family friendly, honestly. And generally, I feel like he would scare more kids than Pumpkin Nester would. And if that's what they're trying to do, be like a whole family-friendly, you know, Halloween business, I don't understand why they wouldn't have put Pumpkin Nester in there then. Like, that would have made more sense, like, marketing-wise, fan service-wise. It would have made a lot more sense, you know, and he's a swinging prop also. So I just don't understand, like, what they were exactly thinking with putting little Skelly Bones in there. Like I said, I feel like they should have, you know, Skelly Bones' return is good, but they should have put him as an online only, and they shouldn't have changed his entire, like, gimmick, his entire thing, which is a little skeleton kid on a swing. Like, that was an iconic, you know, idea with Little Skelly Bones. I feel like the only reason they put him in the stores was either because he's in the movie and we just don't know it, and they're trying to market that, or because he's a little kid prop, and for some reason they love doing little kid props, which I know there's a lot of people that like them, but they're not scary. Like, they're not that scary, honestly. They're kind of annoying. A lot of the lines that they say are cheesy, you know. They're just not too scary. They're small, and they like to overprice them. And because they're small, they're obviously not worth the price. And they have to put less time in them. They could just reuse the same costume, reuse the same voice actor, same head sculpt, all that stuff. Little kid props are like probably the easiest thing for them to think of, honestly. You know, just have a little creepy little girl with a knife or whatever, and boom, you have yourself a overpriced, you know, prop right there. And like, we already have Reagan from The Exorcist in there, so I don't understand why, and Betty Sharp in there too, which, even though she's still a kid prop, she's honestly probably one of my favorite kid props I've gone in a while, because I think she just looks kind of, you know, a little creepy in a way. Plus the whole like bag and the knife concept's kind of cool. But like, props like Ellie Hatchet are not cool, honestly. Little Skelly Bones should have been online only. Even though he's not necessarily like a human kid, he's still a kid prop. And just completely pointless too, honestly. I don't know, I'm mad. I can probably ramble about this like on like all day. And even Young Crouchy, even though he's not a kid prop, he is still a little prop that they overpriced him way too much. And I feel like that's the whole purpose of kid props. You know, they used to be creepy. Like that little zombie swing girl, she was pretty creepy, you know. I wouldn't have been mad if they were to bring her back. I think she was a pretty cool like creepy kid prop. But Young Crouchy is just a smaller sized Crouchy, which Crouchy's whole gimmick was being, you know, huge, and it's just pointless. Like, I don't understand, like, it's just so pointless, honestly. And I know I've rambled on this video a lot, guys, so I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below if you think this was a good idea or a bad idea. Of course, I'm going to say bad idea. They should have brought back Pumpkin Nester or Barnyard Butcher in stores instead of bringing these two in stores. And actually, one more point I want to bring up here is that they shouldn't have a problem with Barnyard Butcher being too gruesome, because they brought Reagan into the stores. And even though her prop doesn't have any blood on it, that movie is a pretty I guess, violent, like, horror movie. It's pretty dark. And for them to sell an actual life-size, pretty detailed prop from that movie and they put it in the stores where a lot of kids are probably going to be scared of that animatronic. But yet they don't put Barnyard Butcher in the stores because he's too gruesome. That doesn't make sense to me either, guys. I don't know. I'm just rambling on right now. Just tell me in the comments what your thoughts are, because I really want to know. Tell me if you think we're going to get these props either next year. Again, I'm pretty sure Pumpkin Nester is confirmed to be in online only this year, but it would have been nice to see him in stores still. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.